I, a child animator, making a video about such a serious topic? Well, in order to understand that, you'll need a little background information. This story takes place when I was a happy, healthy 7-year-old on an epic vacation with my family in Hawaii. It was an awesome trip, but by the end, I was very worn out and tired. We just figured it was from the non-stop activities. But it didn't end when we got home. In fact, it started getting worse. What had started as mild tiredness quickly progressed into screaming in pain because of headaches, vomiting, being unable to walk, vision difficulty, and overall confusion. This brought us to our local ER several times. It wasn't until an MRI was done that it was discovered my brain was swelling, causing lesions and all sorts of crazy neurological issues. That's when they admitted me. After a few weeks in the hospital and dozens of tests, they were still no further along in figuring out a diagnosis. At this point, the doctors approached my parents about doing a brain biopsy, which is exactly what it sounds like. They wanted to drill a hole in my skull and take a piece of my brain out, knowing full well it could result in serious, life-altering consequences. This is when we decided to get a second opinion from the top children's hospital in Canada. If you're Canadian, you most likely know which hospital I'm referring to. But if not, let me tell you about the hospital that is, in my opinion, the best in the world. Sick Kids. If not for them, I most likely wouldn't be the animator I am today. This hospital is where I was diagnosed with MOG-AD, which in short is an autoimmune disease that causes my immune system to attack my brain and central nervous system. So how does this connect to COVID-19? Well, that's easy. Because of my disease, I'm considered one of those people who have a pre-existing condition, and I'm at a higher risk during the pandemic. So while most people in my area can see people while social distancing and go to school in a mask, I can't. I can't see people who are wearing a mask or social distancing, because the risk outweighs any benefit. I'm fortunate that my parents can work from home, and my brother and I can do school virtually. Yup, this is what my class looks like. Some people eat, some people sleep, and some people just leave. I could make a whole video on that. Stay tuned. Back to COVID. Being home all the time allows my entire family to isolate off completely, in turn decreasing the chance of catching COVID-19. But this option isn't available to everyone with a pre-existing condition like mine. Most people can't just drop their jobs and errands to go on lockdown. And though these people might be extra careful not to go out of their way to get sick, it doesn't make up for all the other people who won't social distance or wear a mask. Yup, we've hit this subject now. And as a 13-year-old, immunocompromised child, here's my take on the matter. I've heard all the arguments. You know the ones I'm talking about, that masks don't work. Making people wear masks violates their human rights. Even people that say COVID doesn't exist. But I'm the type of person who likes to judge based off solid data and facts. Let's take a quick look at some of these claims. Now, since we have a limited history with COVID-19 to compare with, let's take a look at the last couple years of the flu. Let's begin with 2017 to 2018. As you can see from this graph, the weekly cases in Canada are quite high. 2018 to 2019, not as high, but still thousands every single week. 2019 to 2020, strange. Seems there was a steep drop-off in March. Wonder why? What happened in March? Oh right, that's when they started social distancing and wearing masks. Finally, 2020 to 2021. Seems the flu is nearly non-existent in this graph, and that's despite the fact testing is at an all-time high. Makes me wonder, given COVID has proven to be far more contagious than the flu, how bad would it be without social distancing and masks? The second argument I hear all the time, so much that people are actually protesting in the streets. You and I have both heard it, so let's get it out there. Making people wear masks violates their human rights and fundamental freedoms? Seriously? In what messed up world does this argument make sense? Why does this issue put people over the edge? They were seemingly okay with having to drive by the rules of the road, wear a seatbelt, not speed, and drive on the certain side. But what about bans on shoplifting? Or even more extreme, not being able to just go out and murder people? Bottom line is, every well-functioning society has rules for the greater benefit as a whole. And in my opinion, protesting mask wearing with huge groups in the streets is much more of a crime than the government asking you to save lives. Anti-mask protests are the worst. Not only do people spread corona and not wear masks, but they are proud of it. And it's not them corona affects. If you're a healthy person with no pre-existing conditions, you will get over COVID. But it's the other people to be concerned about. And the fact that people are protesting against protecting these people shows utter disrespect. It saddens me hearing about these protests because it just means more people are getting corona. That's all it does. The government isn't going to revoke mask wearing because people want to go shopping. I know everyone is sick of quarantine, and it affects people in different ways, but that doesn't mean we can just go out and ignore all safety laws just because it's boring to stay at home. I know it sucks. I haven't left my house in months. Not too much good came out of 2020, but at least the year is over. Happy 2021. Hi everyone, welcome to the end of the video. So now you know more about me and my disease, and thank you so much for 300 subscribers. No special for this, but my next special will probably be at 500. Thank you so much. And if you haven't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button below. And if you enjoyed the video, be sure to give it a like and comment. That's all I have to say for this video. Until next time, bye.